Locomotive number 4382 was built by Baldwin in 1916 for the Chicago and Oak as number 862. This was Frank Helen locomotive, 63-inch driving wheels used to pull freight. In 1931, the Baltimore and Ohio, the GM&O, bought out the Chicago and Oak and renamed it as the Oak Railroad. At that point, the locomotive was renumbered to 82 and redesignated as Class 7. Continued to be used in freight service until the Alton route was bought out by the GM&O, the Golfmobile in Ohio, which was self-formed the merger between the Golfmobile and Northern and Mobile in Ohio in 1938. It was bought out in 1947. They remodeled it to the GM&O, but kept the Alton logo on the side. Continued to operate on the GM&O until 1949, when 75 years ago, the GM&O became the first major railroad in the country, certainly the first one in Tennessee, to replace steam locomotives with diesel locomotives. Now, everything I have told you is just true, but it's a half-truth, as the 4382, along with all of the other old locomotives, was cut up to scrap in 1950. The locomotive behind me is Southern Railway number 4501, which is part of TVRM's annual Founders Day, has been dressed up as a GM&O locomotive. They both have 63-inch driving wheels, both have a big tender, the bell hanging on the front. So the 4501 that was built by Baldwin in 1911 for the Southern Railway as an MS block locomotive. It was the first locomotive on site, 282, and it had 2 little wheels at the front, 1 on each side, 8 large driving wheels, 4 on each rail, to make it go, and then 2 trailing wheels to hold the weight of the firebox. The first 282 was placed by Chattanooga Railway in Japan. So it was named the Mikado after the emperor. It was a Victorian ruler. They all became known as the Mikados when 282, except during the Second World War when they tried to rename it McCullough. This was used on the 7th from 1911 to 1948 when it was sold off to a small coal-hauling short line out of Durham, Kentucky, the KMT, or Kentucky and Tennessee, where it became their number 12. It was used there into the 1960s, sort of an insular service where in the outside world, so to speak, Southern Railway, just like the GM&O, retired steam locomotives and scrapped all the 4501 siblings. In the 1960s, though, even the KMT decided to purchase diesel locomotives, and this one is going to be retired. The TVRM, which back then was only 3 years old, scraped together $5,000 to save it. Well, the museum's president pulled out